The purpose was to get the different players in the environment together to discuss the implications of Gibraltar leaving the EU with the United Kingdom on the environment and the quality of life in Gibraltar. Remember that the EU has achieved very high standards in environmental governance, so that air quality, water quality, protection of wildlife and species and habitats has really taken off in the European Union, and Gibraltar has been up there with it. So we've come to rely a lot on European directives and European law, and moving out of the EU could potentially compromise not just the protection of our wildlife, but also air quality, water quality, and so on. Leaving aside the question of jurisdiction over our waters, which is also a concern, which has an environmental implication. So it was important for us, the government's Department of Environment and Climate Change, the Ornithological Natural History Society, and the Environmental Safety Group, who are the ones who really are concerned about this in Gibraltar, should get together and have a united position towards the future. The outcome was very positive. It was something of a brainstorm. We highlighted where the difficulties were, where the safeguards were, where we could move in order to continue to maintain high levels of air quality and so on. And we are now taking our thoughts, putting them together, and we'll be meeting again to develop a strategy.
What are some of the specific areas in which Brexit poses a risk to the environment?
One of them is air quality. Our air quality is improving tremendously. We've still got some way to go to achieve EU quality. It's going to be happening soon with the new power station and so on. But if standards were relaxed in Gibraltar, which certainly this government wouldn't do, but we've got to look towards 20, 30 years in the future. If standards were relaxed in Gibraltar because there is no longer an EU directive, that could have an adverse effect on the quality of air, the quality of water, and on the quality of life. So one of the issues was air quality. Nature conservation, because our Nature Protection Act is a local law and it's quite a robust piece of legislation, is probably less threatened. So we're looking at pollution, energy, and this type of issue, which is governed by European law, that we have to make sure we are up there and maintain our standards in the future in a post-Brexit scenario.
And what's the next step for this newly created working group?
We will be assessing. We are looking now at other international instruments, doing a risk assessment, and we'll be meeting in a couple of weeks' time to bring all that together and to bring forward a strategy which we can then consider to see how that will form government policy.